What is surprisingly safe for human consumption? Yule gibbons. Many parts of the pine tree are edible. Pine needle tea is a very good source of vitamin C. I have tried spruce beer before. It was pretty good. I have also tried pine ice cream around the holidays. I live on a few acres of land filled with spruce trees, and every spring I go out to pick spruce buds. Can make ice cream, sugar or syrup, beer, infused gin or vodka, etc. It is all good. I'm going to combine every ingredient mentioned in here into one hearty meal and see what happens. Human meat, petroleum, mercury, asbestos, WD-40, green crayons, Nivea cream, your own shit, gold, Listerine, rat poison, cum, glow sticks, silica gel packets, toilet paper, and finally, butt, side dish original Crocs, pussy, urine, C4, donkey teeth, a whole beehive, pine trees, northerners, kiwi skin, dandelion, stinging nettles, and hydrogen peroxide. If we go by times it was mentioned, you will mainly eat silica packets, kiwi and butt. Someone said New Zealanders are edible. A whole box of Nivea cream apparently. I ate an entire box of Nivea cream when I was a toddler, and the only after effect was that my poop smelled nice for a while. My biology teacher told us she likes the taste of Nivea cream, and when she uses it, she always eats a little bit. I feel like as a teacher that's something you keep to yourself, so kids don't start calling you a lotion eater. LOL. And that's not the weirdest thing she told us, so she does not have to fear that. Had a severely alcoholic patient drink 2 large bottles of mouthwash, Listerine, etc. every day for about 15 years. You would think nearly 10,000 bottles of mouthwash would kill a man, but number at least, not very quickly. His gut health probably sucked, but his breath was fresh and minty, and his farts, quite the opposite. Had a recovering alcoholic family member stay with me for a while. They were sneaking around drinking anything with an alcohol content. I had to hide the mouthwash, some skincare products, vanilla extract. The farts were bad enough to tell them to go poop in a field with the other buffalo. You can eat everything inside of a natural beehive, including the bees. Just don't get stung. Crunchy and spicy sky raisins. When I had my gallbladder removed a few months ago, the doc told me, apropos of nothing, I could eat the stones they let me keep. I mean, I guess they are mostly cholesterol, so it makes sense. I am so jealous. They wouldn't let me keep mine. I got mine out when I was 12. I am 25 now and have nothing by which to remember my short-lived pain in the butt gallbladder. You enjoy those stones, but don't eat them. That's extremely cursed, and I can't believe the doc said that. LOL. Why would not they let you keep them? They are yours. You made them fair and square gallbladder shaped. He probably resold them on eBay as a side business. Some indigenous tribes eat clay in small amounts due to the minerals and texture. I have 2 cousins adopted from a Haitian orphanage. The orphanage basically took lard and mixed it with small amounts of dirt to feed to the kids. I imagine it was more filler than any notable benefits, but still, crazy to think about. At some level it makes sense, in that we do take mineral supplements people often know, but don't internalize the fact that the iron we eat is actually 100% that. But the idea these mud cookies are ever used to fill tummies is depressing as hell. Ballistal. It is a general purpose oil for lubrication and rust protection, and can be used for metal, wood, and leather. It is completely safe to drink, and it even smells like licorice. I came here for this. My grandma used to feed me this stuff as a home remedy. What illness did you have that required general lubricant as a remedy? I am genuinely curious. It was supposed to help with basically anything, from a sore throat to constipation. Petroleum jelly. Small amounts have been used as laxative and stool softener. My dog ate a whole little bottle of it once. Tried to do it again when I replaced it. I don't know why, but my dog goes apeshit for Vaseline. My son did this. It was quite a diaper. My son did this too. As a first time mom, I called poison control in a panic. Only Yobi told he may have a pretty interesting diaper. Some packing peanuts are actually made out of cornstarch. They of course are not produced in a food safe environment. And all of the nutritional components like sugars are removed so as not to attract bugs. But yeah, most styrofoam peanuts are edible. The ones that are not made of cornstarch, though, are made of polystyrene, a petroleum based plastic. So definitely do your research before you decide to sample some packing peanuts. Those things are really cool. They are compostable and a kid could even stick them together with water for a crafts project. And if a kid takes a bite out of one, it is no biggie. The most perfectly kid safe packing peanuts you could possibly get. Methylene blue. Though it will make your pee turn blue. That might be a funky upside. Actually, it stains really badly. You can get blue underwear, blue toilet bowl, blue car seats. Most people who take methylene blue have bladder control problems. Sounds like a story about a guy who lives in a blue world. Animals with rabies. Just avoid the saliva glands in that general area. Source asked our virus professor because a fellow student took a bite out of a dead raccoon. What? Why? We wanted to know if he was in danger. Why did he bite it in the first place? Shellac. Yes, the stuff they use to seal wood. It is used in everything from fingernail polish to candy. It's secreted by a bug. Yummy. That is so weird, because one of my favorite poems is about a guy who dies from drinking shellac. Down the street the funeral goes as sobs and wails diminish. He died from drinking straight shellac, but he had a lovely finish. Shellac has to be combined with a solvent, so you can apply it. Most likely it was ethyl alcohol booze. Charcoal. Well, not the one you would buy for BBQs, but medical charcoal has a similar composition, and is not only safe, but awesome at cleaning up some unfortunate gastrointestinal interlopers. Edit, and as others below have pointed out, it will also slap up the good stuff such as medication. Yeah, it is great for absorbing poisons, but it will also absorb any medications you are taking. So exercise caution. That's why it is used for overdose cases at the hospital. If they catch it fast enough, and it tastes like, and is thick as paint, and you shit black for a week. They use it for dogs that eat chocolate too. So much of this would make for a great episode of My Strange Addiction. I felt so bad for the chick that is addicted to eating mattresses. I am really glad the show encourages the people to get help. I hope she is doing better. Bismuth. The active ingredient in Pepto-Bismol. Look it up. It is a pretty rock. That is none of my bismuth. Let us get down to bismuth. To defeat the Tums. The little stickers on the fruit you buy in the store. Even the glue for them are FDA approved. I eat stickers all the time, dude. Just be careful with the skin, it's loaded with toxins. I'm not allowed to eat the skin. According to my grandfather, who passed at 88, Vicks VapoRub, the person who created Vaseline thought his was a miracle salve and would have a spoonful a day. He lived a long life and attributed it to Vaseline. LOL. Yes. Petroleum jelly is a byproduct of the oil industry and was considered useless until it was found that smearing it on wounds and abrasions accelerated healing, decreased prevent infection, and reduced scarring. WTF. It does all that. I have just been using it to keep my lips moist. Caffeine. That stuff plants evolved to make it so nothing could eat them. It kills most other creatures. Meanwhile us humans are like Zoom. Nicotine is the same. Also opium, and capsaicin, and onion garlic flavor. These are all anti-pest chemicals that humans love because we are questionably designed garbage disposals. Capsaicin is an interesting one in that it has a selective deterrent. Birds aren't affected by it and are the best for range when it comes to seed dispersal. Then humans came along and started selectively breeding chilies hot enough to blow your tits back to front. Pokeweed is edible if cooked properly. I remember my brother-in-law's dad made poke salad. He said the idea is to cook most of the poison out, but leave enough for your lips to tingle. Edit, my sister is the one married to brother-in-law, and his father is now deceased. I do not claim to know how to properly cook it, but the general consensus in the comments are 1. You only want young poke. The toxins build up with the age of the plant. 2. You want the leaves, not the roots. 3. You have to boil the poke several times, throwing out the water each time to cook out the toxins. The tingle I mentioned apparently manifests as really bad pain in uncooked undercooked, caused by said toxins. This is by far the most likes I have ever gotten on Reddit. So thanks to everyone so much. It was a popular depression food eaten by my family as late as the 70s. They called it poke salad rather than salad. It contains a water-soluble poison that will chemically burn your mouth. Boil it in water. Rinse it in cold water. Then cook it. It is like spinach or turnip greens but more fibrous. These threads always blow my mind. My grandma made poke salad until she passed away in 2008. I was never a fan, the smell did that to me. But it was something she made every year. They would go poke hunting, gather it, and cook it. I just assumed it was an ordinary meal like anything else. My mom and grandma both love poke salad and used to make it all the time. Although I have not heard of anyone younger enjoying it, much less making it. As far as I can remember, is you had to boil and change the water like 5 times to eliminate all the poison, which terrified me. Tulips. I knew a person who ate a daffodil. Swore she would not get sick when everyone told her not to eat it. She got sick and left work early. None of us were happy about that. I assumed this was a kid until you said left work early and not school. Where were you working? Laughing my butt off. Culvers. She was like 18 at the time, I think. Dandelions can make a great tea. In French, dandelions are called pissenlits, which literally means piss in bed. Supposedly because drinking dandelion tea makes you more likely to wet the bed. Edit, I know that dandelion comes from dandelion. Can everyone please stop commenting on this? It is a diuretic. I first heard someone say the word diuretic and never saw it written. For like 20 years I honestly thought it was spelled diahetic. Gold. Scliger. Define safe. If you don't die on the spot. Stinging nettles. Stinging nettles are ducking delicious. I started foraging for them about a year and a half ago, and they are fantastic. Filled with all kinds of vitamins and minerals too. So they are a superfood. Just make sure you soak them for 20 plus minimums, if having them raw, or cook them first, to remove the stings. And they are bastards to pick and prepare regardless, as really you only want the top shoots and leaves, not the stems. But yep, they grow virtually year round here in the UK, and you can also ret the fibers to make rope and cloth from the stems. So we really should use the plant much more than we do, especially as it is a fast growing weed in many places. Also, do not pick them if they are flowering or seeding, as apparently they get crystals build up which can irritate the bladder and kidneys. But you can constantly crop the top off, so they never flower, and get a year-long source of free salad leaves greens. They make a fantastic soup. Not what I would want year-round, but it is versatile. I remember making nettle soup on a school trip. It was yummy. I also loved learning the trick that if you grab the nettle leaf hard you won't be stung, as it has the action of the little hairs brushing your skin that causes that reaction. Got rid of my fear of nettles finally after cycling my first bike right into a bush of stinging nettles on a hot summer's day. Oddly enough, gallium up to certain weight, and a decent amount at that. Please advise, this is not a recommendation to eat it. Do your own research and make your own decisions. I do not advocate for the consumption of gallium. I'm going to eat it. You cannot stop me. If something bad happens it is all your fault. Fine. But I won't like it. Tell me how it tastes. For science. I just googled it. It is in our water. It is in our fruits. And already in our bodies. Oh god. I am going to die. AHHH. Funnily enough, the red berries of a yew tree. The seeds contained inside of the berries. The needles, the branches and the roots are all deadly poisonous, but the berries are sweet and edible. I recommend not eating them, because if you bite on the seed contained within it's bad news. Edit, exchange the word delicious with edible. URLs were going to be my answer too. I actually live somewhere with a bunch of yew trees last year. I was really tempted to try one, but I could not get over the fact that they just look poisonous. Most venom can be safely digested if you do not have any open wounds in your mouth and digestive system. Edit, this does not mean you should drink venom if you can, or French kiss the next cobra. Do not put toxins in your body. There are better ways to find out if you have open wounds or ulcers in your mouth. high percentage alcohol for example, or spicy food. Please drink responsibly and only if the area where you live allows it. Too many people die of alcohol poisoning. Edit 2. Now I know what Hank Green feels like. You can even build up tolerances to poisonous substances such as iocane powder, YMMV. I learned this in a kissing booth. Inconceivable. You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means. Green crayons. Only the green ones. Especially the green ones. Now, my favorite flavor of crayon is orange. Rust. Thanks. I now can eat my rusty fence. Just do not get caught by Magneto. Dog cat food. The FDA requires pet food to be human grade because during the Depression, so many desperate people died from eating pet food. Adding, I did not expect this to blow up. I haven't done extensive research on the topic, but I learned about this in a college level history class. Thank you for the awards and upvotes. I love Reddit for the complete randomness that brings everyone together. Also adding, I am honestly amazed by the amount of people that have ate dog cat food. I never would have guessed. This is what I was scrolling to look for. People that work in the pet food plant eat the stuff to test it. They can tell whether the recipe is right or wrong whatever by the taste. Act like it is no big deal too. Laughing not really my thing. I gotta say, part of my initiation when I started working for a major pet food company was to eat some dog cat food. I'd recommend a stronger flavored red meat option with gravy over the chicken and jelly recipes. Beef chunks and gravy on a jacket potato is okay. It's not great, but I paid for worse. Not too long ago I absent-mindedly licked a fork after prepping my cat's canned food because in my mind I thought it was like I was licking off extra jam or peanut butter since that's the sort of thing I do. It was not good, but my cat seems to love it. I'm reading this thread like I'm looking for dinner tips or something. Not gonna lie, I am quite hungry after reading some of this thread. Me too. Wanna go get some asbestos? I know a place. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe for more videos.